Good morning, everyone. Hi, how are you? I hope you can see me. The lighting is a bit off in this room at the moment, but hopefully today I've got some new lights arriving, so the quality of the light will be better in the videos going forward, fingers crossed. And I've also got a new microphone that I'm going to be testing out as well. So it's all upgrades, and it's upgrades for us as individuals, isn't it? What a powerful start to October. I feel as though we're just being required to face what we haven't wanted to face, maybe for quite a while. And it feels quite relentless. Those of you that follow me on Instagram and Facebook know some of the material that I've been putting out over the last couple of days. And yeah, it's just very deep inner work. So I don't know what's going to come up in this video. I'm going to set the intention that it is a general collective reading for the people that are watching or the people that will find this work. To help you in your own lives. And let's just bring in Archangel Metatron, bring in Archangel Sandalphon. I also feel the energy of Kali Ma and Merlin. So we've got quite the crew here to help us. Let me just start off by pulling a single card and let's just take it from there. This deck is the Sacred Earth Oracle deck. I'll put all of the names of the decks below. Let's just go, shall we? Let's just see what's going to come up. So October, calling in all of the guides, asking for the highest light available, the highest guidance. Thank you. It's exactly what I just said. It's as though we're getting to the core wound. We are getting to the heart of the matter. That heart in this particular illustration looks quite inflamed, sore, and I'm talking here energetically. It's as though we have got a burning energy within us that is demanding attention. Look at the card again. We have all of that extraordinary light pouring in over the crown chakra. That is suggesting and telling us that there is enormous spiritual help available for us this month for those that are ready to look at their core wounding. This could be linked into a multitude of different things. Because it's in the heart, though, it's linked into feelings. It's also very interesting. Can you see that the heart and the throat chakra are both the red colour? And yes, I realise now I've worn red today. So I'm obviously channeling something here. I've even got, Mum gave me this. This is hardcore crystals. I think this is red jasper. It's really heavy and it's around my throat. It's protecting the energy of the throat. Also the thymus energy, the higher heart, protection. Red jasper is a very protective energy. Look again at the card, bright red. What is red about? Red is about many things, but I'm hearing the energy of stop. It's as though we're being stopped in our tracks and forced to feel what we are meant to feel. And it's interesting because yesterday I was writing a description for, it's not available yet, but for a new set that we're going to be releasing soon. It's a set of sprays linked into, one is linked into health and vitality, physical health and vitality. So a set of sprays that's just about that. And the other one is linked into mental health. It's a mental health kit set. But I was really having to, even though I know the sprays and, you know, they are ones we've been using for a while, I was having to go really deep into the core energy of them to pull out the crux of the matter. So whether it be mental health, whether it be physical health, how can, for example, a colour aid you? How can anything aid you? What is the support that is there? and it was bringing up so much. So, for example, I don't know if I have actually. I'm not going to show you them because, as I say, they're not ready yet. But the one that's linked into our physical health obviously has got the base chakra energy, the crimson spray. Archangel Raphael, who's an extraordinary healer energy, the white, the sweet dreams, and Meta Pirate. But I was really trying to just pull out, okay, so why is Raphael such a master healer? What can Raphael's energy do to really help you at this time? Why is the root chakra flaring up big time for so many people right now? What's that about? Etc. I won't go on too much about that, but it's like we've got the red energy of the base chakra rising up here to the heart and to the throat, demanding attention. Let's pull one more card that goes with that, actually. Let's have one more card that goes with the core. I'm seeing a bonfire in my mind's eye as well now. October rolling into November, my part of the world, we light bonfires. So it's the energy of fire, transformation. We've got the energy of connection. It's an interesting card to have with core, but it makes sense to me because I feel as though our connections with others and our connection with ourself is changing. That feels very inner child to me, what's coming up here. Feels as though there's a connection to the inner child, and the inner child may very well be angry, frustrated, sad, unhappy, unheard, misunderstood, neglected, whatever, okay? So there's a connection to this deep wound linked into childhood maybe. But also a connection to forgotten parts of ourself. There's a beautiful song that I found a couple of days ago, and let me just get the name of it up. It's by a lady called Sarah, I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong, Sarah Bareilles or something. Sorry, me and words. Sarah, hold on, let me just have a look. I put it on my profile. It's called She Used to Be Mine, Sarah Bareilles. It's actually got something like, 50 million hits on YouTube. It was released in 2015. I heard it for the first time ever this week. And yeah, it was one of those songs. I was in the car and I actually had parked up anyway, but I needed to park up to listen to the words of the song because they spoke so much to me. But not just me, to probably the 50 million other people that already liked and loved the song. It's a song about connecting to parts of ourself that we feel somehow are lost or are gone forever. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing somebody, but then remembering the girl or the boy that we used to be. But more than anything, the qualities of that girl or that boy that we used to be. And life has a funny way sometimes of ironing out some of the core qualities and quirks and traits that make us, that make you, that make me. And I think it's about rediscovering that, remembering, oh my God, I used to really love doing that. I used to love listening to that. I used to love being near the sea. I used to love visiting that place. I used to enjoy reading. I used to enjoy this. I used to enjoy that, whatever it is. Reconnecting to that, okay. The starfish on this card, the connection, also takes me to the energy of Mary Magdalene. First time we created the Mary Magdalene spray years ago, I remember, I think it was the day that we launched it, going down onto the sea where I live, and there were washed up starfish on the beach, about 8 of them. I'd never seen it before, I've never seen it since. And it was just this extraordinary sign. But again, the starfish as a symbol is linked into reaching out to those different parts of self and bringing them back. Okay, it's like there's a part of us that is missing, and it's hurting because we're missing a part of ourself, bringing it back. And so I guess into that, we also have to think about the things that stop us from feeling or thinking about the forgotten parts of self. And into that, we probably bring in the energy of addictions, things that we do to try and cover up the void or the hole that we have inside of ourselves. So October just feels such a very deep month, very, very deep. Let me now pull a couple of cards from the Metatron deck and see what is wanting to come out, because I feel these are going to work very nicely with these first two cards. Okay, so Archangel Metatron, the energy of October, please, for the people watching. Okay, so those two have just, and I'll take that one on the bottom of the deck as well. And actually, I'll take that one. Okay, I've got 4 cards, 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom. So we have the card of Kundalini and we have the card of leadership. These were the 2 on the top. And on the bottom, we have the wake-up call and we have the chakra light body. I mean, any way that you look at that, that combination of 4 cards is saying to me there is a shake-up of our energetic system. There is a shake-up of the light that we hold within ourselves. Who are you ultimately? Yes, you are, your name, whether it's Matthew, Linda, John, Brenda, whoever you are. Okay, yes, you're that. Strip away the roles, the mother, the father, the son, the employee, the boss, the friend, the brother, the sister. Strip away all of that. Get back to just being Matthew, for example. But then go even deeper, okay? And it's like beyond the name that was given to you or that you chose at birth, pre-incarnation, you are basically just light. We come from light, we return to light, and we are light in this lifetime. And how interesting that I started off this video by talking about the fact I've got new lights arriving. I'm struggling with trying to get the light right in this room. Everything external is a reflection of what's happening internally. I can't get the light right. It's because the light inside you is changing, okay? For better, not for worse, it's changing for better. The Kundalini energy is saying that there is new energy rising up. Let's put the Kundalini card with this card, which is core. Okay, so the Kundalini energy, it starts from the base chakra and it works its way up through the chakras, up through the energy body. The Kundalini rises. But here, it's as though it's stuck somehow. It feels as though it's a stuck energy here, particularly within the energy of the heart and in the throat. And before I even pulled these cards, I'd actually put on my crystal grid here the aquamarine throat spray, the throat chakra spray. It's not one that actually I show very much for whatever reason. But if we think about that, why don't I often talk about this spray? You've seen me probably show all sorts of sprays if you watch my videos regularly. You'll know there are certain ones that keep coming up time and time again, or I call on for help and use in videos. But I can't remember the last time that we really looked at this particular colour energy. And I feel as though it's time that we did, because there's something stuck in the throat, literally. What is stuck in the throat is expression. It's your voice, it's your new voice. It's the new tones and the flavour of your voice. What's the passage from Genesis about the word, the word of God, and or is it John? I'm going to pause the camera and find what I'm talking about. Hold on, it's important. I'm back. It's John, actually. John, chapter 1, verses 1 to 3. In the beginning was the Word. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made. The voice, the voice and words being precursors to communication and to manifestation of physical matter. So whatever you are trying to manifest, whatever you are trying to create or co-create in your life, it has to be expressed. You have to express it into being. And it's connected into the heart, because it's what's in your heart. What do I really want to say? What do I really want to do? Where do I really want to be? It has to be expressed into being, whether that be through song, whether it be through the written word, whether it be through a letter, whether it be through channeling, whether it be through light language, whether it be through any form of expression. Prayer as well, I'm being told, is a good way to go. So yeah, let's use the aquamarine spray now, and let's just see what we get in addition to what I've just said about the word and this throat chakra energy. So let's firstly, I'm going to spray a bit to you. Aquamarine, throat chakra energy. Just tune into your throat. I'm being shown in my mind's eye a bubbly drink. A bubbly drink that's just been poured from the can or from the bottle, and it's all fizzing up. It's all fizzing up beautifully. And then you have to wait before you pour a little bit more into the glass. You have to wait for the bubbles to settle. And that feels as though it's the energy at the throat at the moment. So there's a lot that's bubbling up. There's a lot that wishes to be expressed. There's a lot that wishes to come forth. So you need to do this in stages, is what I'm hearing. So if it's somebody you need to talk to, or a piece of communication that needs to be had, don't feel as though you need to go in and like get everything off my chest, you know, and it's like then the person you're speaking to or the business or whatever it is just sort of left like this exhausted heap on the floor, because it's like, whoa, where the hell did that come from? Because you've not said anything for, you know, months or years or weeks. I didn't know that you were feeling like that. I didn't know that was what was going on. So get it out in incremental pieces is what I'm hearing. Also, there may be a need for counselling in some as well. If it's not a counsellor, it's a friend, it's a mentor. You know, for those of you that are very private, it could be your own higher self. But the most important thing is to get in touch with whatever this is. Okay, let's pull one more energy here with regards to the throat. And I think I'll go to this deck, which is the Lantern Oracle. Which tends to have a lot of shadow energies within it, which is good, because I feel as though there's something else here. So within the energy of the throat that we're picking up here, core wounding, what is this? Clarification, please. Wow. Wow. Can you see what it says? It says, you are enough. You were born enough. There is a wound within, which is that I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I can't do it. Other people are better. All of that. But let's look at this card again. You were born enough. You were born with wings on your back, even if you don't know that they're there. Okay? This being, which is you, is dressed in red. And yeah, I realise I'm in red, okay? But it's like, you were born dressed in red. energetically. You were actually, because you came via the mother's womb or by cesarean. There would have been a bit of blood involved, okay? It's primal. This is a primal wound. There's also something coming up here. Look at the card. It looks as though she's standing in front of some gates, is how I'm interpreting it. They look a bit like the pearly gates. She's got her back to the gates of heaven, for want of a better word. There's an energy here that I'm not good enough to pass through the pearly gates, to enter into the energy of the kingdom of God, that somehow I'm not good enough. That is an illusion, because you are a child of God. How can you not be good enough? How can I not be good enough? How can you not be good enough? We are children of God. So this is also enough of that, enough of the self-sabotage, enough of the playing small, enough of the thinking that you can't. You can and you will. And these colours, the bright red and the turquoise blue, feels as though it's very helpful. I really wish I had on now another necklace I've got upstairs, which is actually, I think it's red jasper and turquoise. So I feel as though the energies of crystals are coming in to help us at this time as well. And of course, turquoise as a stone, I don't know if I've got one here, let's just see, is linked into communication. So, you know, get yourself a piece of turquoise. That might be a bit of turquoise, I'm not quite sure. It's one of my daughter's ones. But yeah, turquoise is a stone that's also going to help, as is carnelian to protect, or jasper to protect. Okay, so we talked about those two cards. Now we've also got this card of leadership. I'm going to look at that in a moment and pull something else with it. I want to just look at these two. So we've got the wake up call card and the chakra light body. Our chakra system, God, I'm laughing because it's not really very funny, but you know, it's like sometimes you just got to bloody laugh. It's like, I feel as though we're all in like the fast spin of a washing machine. That's what it feels like. In terms of the light body, it's like everything is getting shaken up. The chakra system is really having a struggle at the moment to maintain its equilibrium and its balance. So you must do everything that you can to pull down the energy of white light. Again, I had the energy of white light sitting here. So let's now work with that. White light contains all of the colours of the rainbow. It is the reset energy. It is the balancer, the harmonizer. It's also a place of great purity, and it's like, you know, if you're feeling as though you're in the washing machine and it's like everything's being, you know, jumbled up at the moment and you don't know who you are and your energy's all over the place, and one day you're feeling all right and the next day you're not, and then, you know, suddenly one day the throat chakra's playing up, the next it's the base. It's like, what the hell's going on here? It's because we are literally being pummeled by so many different energies that are coming into this planet at this time. Light codes, bursts from the sun, a lot of electromagnetic radiation as well at the moment, even more than normal. And again, rather than fearing all of this, we have to step into the energy that we are able to cope with all of the light around us, all of the energies that are around us. The body is able to transmute and absorb, particularly when you work with the energy of white light. I don't want to get caught up on the electromagnetic thing today. I have done another video from a couple of years ago, which is called From 5G to 5D. And to be perfectly honest, anything that I said in that is as relevant now as it was when I made it. So you can look back on that if you'd like to. because I do think there's also that's pummeling us at the moment. But as I said in that video from a long time ago, we are able to transmute and change anything. I really firmly believe that. Also, you know, again, crystals to work with, the energy of something like shungite, very, very helpful for these days as well. So, but let's just channel the white light energy, and let's go back to this card. Okay, so this is the chakra light body. This person is being showered by light, but they are also channeling through the white light, which is maintaining the equilibrium within each chakra. I'm being shown here, it's really quite interesting, from a perspective of colour therapy, because I've said for years that I believe that all of the chakras at some point become rainbows. So the traditional colours that we associate with the chakras, it's not that they disappear, because they still are needed, but ultimately it becomes more like the rainbow in each centre. But what I'm being shown now is, let's take the example of the throat chakra, which I'm really feeling here talking to you. So yeah, still I feel as though the blue energy is the best colour energy to help the throat chakra. Okay, so I'm seeing the throat chakra as blue, but I'm seeing a beautiful, very strong, piercing centre, which is pure white. Okay, almost like a flower. Like a beautiful blue flower, but the center of the flower is white. But I'm seeing it for each of the chakras. So the heart, I'm seeing pink, but I'm seeing the white center. For the base chakra, I'm seeing red, but I'm seeing the white center. For the solar plexus, I'm seeing, well, within the system that I teach, the Metatron system, we have the energy of it's like a peach and a pink colour. It's almost like the energy of a sunset, but I'm seeing the white centre. Have I said solar plexus? Gold. I'm seeing the white centre. Heart, pink and white. Higher heart, jade and white. Throat, blue and white. Altar major, teal and a white centre. Third eye, tanzanite and a white centre. Crown, silver and a white centre. Soul star, lavender and a white centre. Rose gold, the stellar gateway, rose gold and a white centre, but above that just white light. And it's just like this white light's pouring down through all of the colours. And the thing about white as a colour energy is that it amplifies. It amplifies. So if you think about the qualities of all of those individual colours, the white centre is amplifying it. It's trying to help you get to the core of what is happening within your throat chakra, what is happening within your sacral, what is happening at your crown. Okay, we're getting to the heart of the matter, the core of the matter. So a practice through October, probably for longer, but this is the time period I'm channeling right now, is to work with the energy of white light. So I'm just going to spray this above my head. And I'm just going to now visualize that that white light is coming down through me, all the way through each chakra point. And it brings a sense of stillness, a sense of balance, and a sense of peace. And what I'm being shown is like an old-fashioned dial on a radio, where you used to, it's probably still true, a radio set where, you know, you turn the dial to get the new station and you can go this way or you can go that way. No, it's not a radio station. I'm being shown treble, bass and whatever the other one is in cars. The old-fashioned cars, they probably don't even have them anymore. Back in the old days, you used to have individual buttons in the car to be able to change the bass or change the treble, but there would be like a marker in the middle from which you could either increase it or decrease it. And I'm being shown that the white light takes you back to that middle point. And that's important because we're about to move into a time where your treble or your bass is going to be turned up a notch. God, I just want to check something. So treble is considered to be the highest sound in any music. Bass is considered to be the lowest sound. Is there a middle one though? Or why am I thinking there's a third button? Is there a third button? I don't know. I'm feeling as though there's a third button. But anyway, you music lovers can tell me that. I'm just being shown the white light is the thing that takes us back to that balance point, because, and this is probably tuned into the November energies that I'm not picking up yet, but obviously we're not far away from. Our dial that dictates the light that we hold within our body is going to be moved up a couple of notches. And that's going to be quite something when that happens. But anyway, that's for another time. Right now, remember this came with this card, the wake-up call. It's a bit of a shock to the physical body. It's a bit of a shock to the system. All of this, it's intense. And yes, the 11th month, wake-up call, 38, 8, 9, 2 11s, 11, 11. This is setting the tone for the 11-11 work. There's obviously going to be something coming up in terms of a rewiring of the light body. And we'll park that for now. I'll make a note of it, but we'll look at that in November. Now, the other card that came out from the Metatron deck was the leadership card, Answer the Call. Let's see what else wants to come with that. I feel as though there's another. I know it came up with the others, but well, it actually came up with the Kundalini card, didn't it? So before I pull another card, let's just put these two back together. So obviously any additional energy or impetus or motivation that you're feeling, any push, is encouraging you more into a role of leadership. Now that doesn't mean you've got to become a CEO of a company or any of that. It just means leading in your field, whatever your field is. You can be the best mushroom picker in your country if you want to be, and lead in that field. I mean, it really is. Forget the labels of what is deemed successful leadership. That's all 3D nonsense. Leadership is about just being the best of what you are, of what you specialize in, of what you do. But I'm feeling as though it's literally like the chakras they're flashing red because they're trying to get your attention. So if, for example, you're feeling it in your throat, it might be that your future lies in communication, whether it be writing, teaching, counselling, listening as well comes into the whole throat chakra energy. Speech is a two-way thing. You have to also be able to listen as well as speak. If it's your sacral chakra that for whatever reason is playing up or trying to get your attention, there's untapped creativity within you. What is it that you're really wanting to do but think you can't? Do it, is what I want to say. Just think about the chakras, think about the symbolism, and think about what they're trying to teach you. They are your best teachers at this moment. They're trying to lead you somewhere. Still want another card that goes with leadership. Okay, Metatron, let's have one more card, please, that goes with leadership. I just need to have some water. Pause to always thank Spirit and our guides for being with us. So important to remember to be grateful, to give thanks, to have gratitude. I knew that card was going to come out. It was actually on the bottom of the deck before I shuffled it, and it's come out. It's the card of priorities, goes with leadership. You can't be a leader in anything if you haven't got your priorities straight. If you haven't got your own house in order. I mean, you can have success to a degree, but ultimately it may very well come tumbling down at some point if you haven't attended to the base, the foundation. This is, I mean, the priorities card is the priorities card, building blocks for life. Do I have it to hand? Yes, I do. My own deck. I'm actually going to reread the words that I've written for the priorities card because I'm being told to. And to be honest, I wrote them years ago and I can't remember what they are anyway. I mean, I can hazard a guess, but right, let's have a look then. Yeah, my deck comes with really nice books. So the Christ deck's going to have a book like this. It's going to be great. Right, priorities, okay? So remember, this came with leadership. It says, the angels have heard your call for help and are here offering their support, assistance and time. It says, Metatron brings your attention today to your priorities. Maybe they are unbalanced. Maybe you have spent too long on one thing at the expense of another. Or maybe you have spread yourself too thin by overcommitting and running yourself ragged. Strike a bell with anybody? It does with me. Stop for a moment and think about what is really important right now. What needs doing today? What can wait until tomorrow? Just as Archangel Metatron has many angelic helpers, you are reminded to allow others around you to help you build whatever you wished for. Build a network of those that you can trust. Friends, family, acquaintances, those who share your vision regarding whatever you wish to do, be, or bring to this earth. Whatever you want in your life is being protected and held in place by Metatron's radiant wings. You are asked to focus on the rainbow pyramid at the center of his wings. The pyramid is a symbol of stability and balance. You need a strong foundation underneath you in terms of people, resources and energy to facilitate the growth in your life that you seek right now. You cannot grow upward, whether in spiritual or material terms, without first having taken care of life's necessities. And then it talks about seeking spiritual enlightenment, yet there are earthly tasks that need to be done. Caring for children, for pets, cleaning homes, washing clothes. You cannot grow upward, whether in spiritual or material terms, without first having taken care of these demands. These are life's building blocks. You cannot truly find peace if you haven't taken care of what needs your attention first. And I think so often, particularly when we're very ambitious and we're trying to, I don't know, answer a great calling, or we've got a grand idea for a new business or this or that, it's as though, I mean, I've been guilty of this in the past and still am sometimes, but I'm working on it. It's like I can sweep aside some of the other stuff, you know, it's like, oh, the washing can wait, or it's, I always do the washing, but I resent the fact I'm doing it because I want to get on to do what I'm meant to be doing. Whereas actually what you're meant to be doing is the washing, and you're meant to be doing it humbly, and you're meant to be doing it from a place of gratitude and thanks. And then when you've done that well, then you do the other stuff. It's everything has, yeah, it's so true, isn't it? It's basic, but it's something we all forget. The card also talks about asking for help, both from your angelic support and your earthly friends, not needing to battle alone. And then I end by saying, remember that your life is a rich tapestry of many colours. Make time for everything that brings you joy and happiness. There's a time to try it all, but not without prioritising your time. It's not a bad piece of writing, that. Wonder who wrote that. Metatron wrote it, of course, with my help, but it all came through from Metatron. There's good words in that book. Priorities. Okay. Now, I also have got on my altar here a deck that's been brewing for a few days. It's the Art of Love Tarot. So we're going to pull a few cards from that. And let's do that now. So what should we ask, guys? What should we ask? I think what I might do is... Oh, well, okay. Didn't even ask the question and it's just flown out of the deck. I've got the Ace of Angels, which is wisdom. I guess that is the Ace of Cups in this deck. From memory, I would think that the Ace of Angels is what would be called Cups in a different deck. See if I can just quickly find that. Doesn't really matter. Just use my own interpretation. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Angels. Oh no, good job I looked. No, it's not. The suit of Angels corresponds to the suit of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. Okay, so I'm wrong. Okay, it's a good job I checked. It's the Ace of Swords. It's about wisdom. Has just flown out of the deck. Okay. What else is there to say? I don't know what to say with that. Well, on the bottom of the pack, we've got the Nine of Hearts, which is stability. That must be the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is the wish. The wish for stability as we climb up the tree. What is the tree? The tree is the tree of life. The tree is our journey through life. We wish for stability as we climb up the tree of life to find the wisdom that we seek. Realizing that every branch along the way, every leaf along the way, every gust of wind upon the tree's branches, every drop of rain upon her is part of the learning. I'm also being shown now a tree, but I'm being shown, let me just close my eyes and tune into this, hold on a minute. It's tree wisdom. I am really connected to the trees at the moment. Are you? I mean, in a way that's so profound. I'm going to tell you a little story, something that happened locally here. And it's tied into a card from the forthcoming Christ deck. It's a painting that's called Holy Anger. And we depicted Holy Anger. Jane drew it. It's based on a photograph of a tree that was cut down in a park or somewhere to make way for a road, I think it was. And a young girl, I think it was, basically, she didn't know she was being photographed. She was just there trying to protest and protect the tree. And she sat down on the cut tree and just cried. She was just in despair. And we captured the energy of it in a painting. This is obviously just a photocopy. It is still for sale, by the way, in my shop, the painting. But why I'm telling you this is that, yeah, the tree, Holy Anger. Oh, what do we do with Holy Anger? We have to try and do something constructive with it. So you go and plant another 3 trees. But this is what happened to me this week with trees. I've got a park near me and I have always loved, ever since a little girl, my favourite tree, as well as the oak, is the weeping willow. There's reasons for that. But anyway, the point is there's a weeping willow in our park. And I was walking down there the other day and I thought that weeping willow looks strange. And somebody told me that there's someone's cut the weeping willow. And it's almost like they've given it a bowl cut, you know? It's really blunt cut. All of the beautiful wispiness of the bottom trails of the tree have been cut off. So this pillock, Holy Anger, I'm going to say it, pillock, can see the river from his house. He's basically gone and cut the tree so he can see the river from the house. It's total vandalism as far as I'm concerned. I'm so incensed by it. It's like holy anger. But what is that trying to teach me? Let's try and get back to the message of this. It's trying to teach me, what is it trying to teach me? Compassion, forgiveness. I don't know. I'm still working on it, guys. point is, how did I get onto this? It's the tree. Oh, that's right, because I'm just seeing this tree. I'm seeing a general tree now. The trees have so much to teach us. They have so much to teach us. They're so wise. They've lived through so much. They support us so much. And then when you see something vandalized like that because of ego and vanity, it incenses me. But what do we do with that? Because I don't think the answer is go and shop him. And I'm not going to do that. It's not within me to do that. Do as you would be done by is what I try and live by. So I have to do something else constructive around trees. Maybe I'll go and send some money to a tree charity or something like that. I probably will. But back to the reading here. The trees have much to teach you at this time, okay? So notice them. The other elemental that particularly feels as though it's teaching us a great deal at the moment is the birds. I'll pull a card from that in a moment. Anyway, I went on a bit of a sidetrack there. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, to the man that chopped the branches off that tree. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, whatever it is. Because ultimately, his ego and vanity lives within all of us. The me first energy that I can't see, I want, so I will do something that, you know, it doesn't matter about other people. We're all guilty to a degree of that. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. Can't make this stuff up, guys. Look at the cards that's just come out. That feels like it's Jesus. It's the Knight of Trees, and look at it, Custodian. I mean, just wow. After everything I've just told you, we've got the energy of faith. We are custodian to the trees. We are the tree. This is the whole thing. I think this is why I was so... I just couldn't understand it. It's like, I am that tree. You are that tree. I am that bird. You are that bird. We're connected to everything. We are connected to all of it. The core wound, the wounding that we see in our world. So we, you know, just concentrate on your little patch. So for me, I probably will go into the park and I'll do just a little something with the tree. I don't know, give it some energy healing, whatever. I don't know, it's my thing to do. But your life, what are you noticing with regards to the world, your little patch of it? What can you do to be the best custodian? You are the custodian. I am a custodian. We are lucky to be on this planet. We have to bless it, we have to protect it, we have to love it, and we have to have faith that all will be well. You can also send Metatron saying protection around the trees, the elements, all of that as well. Okay, rather than just looking out for self, looking out for all. Looking out for all. And that brings in success. Success built on caring about others, about all aspects, brings ultimate joy, happiness and success, rather than the 3D energy of what's in it for me. What do I get from it? What do I benefit from it? Doing it for all. There's a very strong sort of Jesus energy here as well. I'm also hearing Merlin. It's like, I'm me and me. Because Merlin and the trees. And yeah, I do have Merlin spray here. So let's just bring Merlin in. I mean, look, for goodness sake, there's even a tree on this particular spray that we sell, which is Merlin's Woodland Brew. There is a tree. There is the light. There's a portal within the tree. It's like Merlin is encouraging you to go into the tree, literally, in meditation. To go into the portal of the tree, to become the tree, to feel like the tree, to witness life like the tree, to hold forgiveness like the tree. The tree, even when it's chopped down, back to that picture, there are still roots that are underneath. Those roots ultimately then feed other trees or become, you know, compost and vegetation, which helps the rest of the forest floor, the rest of the animals upon it. Right, Merlin, October. Yeah, he's really wanting to just take us, obviously, into the forest to witness the colours, witness the changes, witness the elements, witness life, to feel yourself as part of it because you are not separate from it. You are the forest. The forest is you. And when we end the separation and the division of that is separate from me, and we realise, actually, no, it is me as well, there is a paradigm shift upon this planet. October is deep, guys. It is deep. Just shuffled the cards once and that came up on the bottom of the deck. The wheel, breakthrough, another tree. This is the Wheel of Fortune, destiny, fate. We are fated as a species to step into and become more, allow we're fated for the divine feminine energy to rise up, the Empress energy, to become the nurturer, to become the visionary. We can do it and we will. Wow, look at this. Because you see, we've got the Tower and we've got 21, which is the world. The old world falling away. I think for those of us that are deeply sensitive and empathic, it's like when we see we're just seeing so much now. It's just so clear. The old falling away. When something's wrong, like this tree that's been trimmed and looks ridiculous now, it hurts us so much, but it's actually a sign of how close we're getting to really being at one with the universe. And there's always going to be others that don't get that don't see it your way, and that's okay. Just keep doing you. Just keep going deeper and deeper, connecting further and further, becoming more and more multidimensional, more and more love. Allow the core wounds that are maybe flaring up now to be your teacher. To be your teacher. Everything is your teacher. And bringing in the energy of gratitude and blessing and forgiveness for all. Okay, I'm going to end with a card from the birds, Divine Feather. Let's see which bird is around us. Half expecting one to fly in the window. Not at the window, please. In the window. Actually, I'm drawn to that one. What is that? That's the hummingbird. I was just seeing the feather and I was thinking, what is that? The hummingbird. It says, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. And that's the thing, because this new world that we're birthing and we talk about all the time on this channel is linked into the energy of joy and lightness. Back to these cards that we had at the beginning, linked into the light body being shaken up. Where are they? From the Metatron deck. The Kundalini arising. Don't know where the other card's gone now. This one, the chakra light body. Literally lighten up. The light inside us is changing. We're seeing things with such clarity now. Such clarity. But the hummingbird is bringing the promise that new joy is on the way. I think it's gone very dark in my room because it's cloudy, but the clouds will part and the sun will come back out again, and I will get my new lights, hopefully in time for the next video. New light is on the way. New life is on the way. Take care, my friends. Lots of love. See you all soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye.